Hey Bobby, so this is your love reading. So, um, excuse me. Okay. Yeah. If anything, maybe we'll see some big changes as far as your approach, or maybe love will find you. Well, let's see what comes up for you. Well, it's interesting, kind of like what I was talking about. It's like you need balance right now, Bob, because like in love, it's not, and I don't get that you're trying to push it or you're trying to force it or you're trying to, like, you're just trying to make love happen. I don't get that it's that. I get that it's more your career stuff's really kind of frustrating and it's creating an imbalance in you that 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 imbalance in regards to, I don't know if it's finances or career or both, but it's seeping into other areas of your life. Even if whether you can make sense of it or not, and I'll show you why. So we have the Three of Wands. You're waiting on something, okay? Well, here's you just chilling, right? But the King of Pentacles, he's all about work and money, okay? And investments and allowing things to grow. And I feel like career-wise, that's where you're it's like you're waiting, but it's like a standstill, but it's knowing that you need change, okay? Now, in regards to love, so I pulled a clarifier for the Three of Wands, which is like, investing in something and waiting for things to come back, and I feel like you're not getting those investments in career, but also in love. But I feel like because of this career stuff, the Temperance card is saying, okay, well, patience is needed now. There's no rush because you need to balance out some things in your life before love can kind of like be a priority. And and I'm not trying to, I don't want to dictate, like, these messages are coming through and I agree with them in some ways, but I don't want to dictate, like, saying like, well, Bob, you should focus on work and not on love, because who am I to say? And if these messages are coming through, I'm translating them right, but I feel like strongly that career will come first before love. If anything, it'll build your confidence, okay? What's working for you in regards to love? Well, kind of like what you mentioned in your, it's like you're coming to the end of a cycle, literally. I think what works for you is, I just kind of get, it's like somebody was whispering in my ear saying, you're pretty honest when it comes to dating. You're like a no bullshit kind of person. Like, you don't create drama for people. You may find it, but you don't create it. But in regards to like your approach to women, I feel like you come across as a very genuine guy, and women like that. Okay, just because it doesn't go anywhere doesn't mean that you're not. I don't want to say good at being you. It's all about timing, what's meant to be, blah blah blah, right? I feel like there's a fairness that you have in regards to like unions, dating. Like, you put in your part, your share, you communicate the best that you can, and a lot of how you are in dating. Like, when you really find a woman that you're like, I like her. I feel like you treat her the way you would treat her if you were married to her. Okay, which is good. But I also feel like what's working for you right now in love, kind of like how you said, once this subscription's done, you know what, I'm going to try something else. That's going to work for you. Because basically it's saying the Wheel of Fortune is, so coming to the end of something, the end of a chapter in a way. And if you're coming to the end of that subscription, that's almost symbolic of the next step that you're going into, which is transformation. So, and I kid you not, this is, across the board, kind of what I shared with you in my career reading. I mean, I'm taking all my shit and I'm going back to Cali. You know what I mean? This is everything from, my circle of friends changing back to what it was, to getting a new job. I'm going back with a different car. What else? There's subtle changes, but then there's some pretty big ones too. But this is what I want, and I can't. I'm definitely not going to stay here and be unhappy because this isn't where I want to be. I want to be in the sun. I want to be in Cali. That's where my family is. Why am I going to be thousands of miles away from them if You know what I mean? So basically, I feel like you're going to have a lot of changes going on in your life. These are all good changes, though. Okay? I feel like it's like I got to flash you doing this. I don't know if you're going to end up going to an event sometime this summer where you have to wear a tux or something, but I feel like you're going to feel like pimped out. Like, yeah, you know, just a couple months ago I felt like shit, and look at my life now. I'm doing pretty good. Okay? You have a good heart. I can tell that. Okay? What's your challenge in love? Challenge might be just kind of being single, honestly. I'm kind of getting like things don't move fast enough for you. Like they don't go anywhere. Chariot. Just about forward movement. We have the Fool, once again, so this would be you, Aries. You know, this is about feeling really free and kind of like a free spirit and, you know, just trying new things and whatever, and I feel like you're past that. I feel like the challenge here is that it doesn't feel fun anymore. There's also a challenge with communication. Maybe, you know, there's not a, maybe the communication isn't flowing for you. You might even be bored. Or, I don't know, Bob, if you pray, or maybe you're putting it out there like, hey, I just want to meet a good woman. And maybe that you're feeling like that's not happening, okay? You may not feel totally confident, you know, work sucks and not finding women and feeling like you just need to get laid, but Strength card, when it comes up in a challenge position, can represent just not feeling like yourself, okay? And then the Two of Swords, this is kind of like, because this card normally means knowing something but not taking action on it, and I feel like if this is coming up in a challenge position, it's like, I don't know what the fuck to do. So what can we do for Bob moving forward for him to get on track in regards to love, or at least bringing in the energy of the love that he deserves? Okay, don't get mad at me, Bob, because you know, it's not about judgment, because I think I told you this before. People are going to do whatever they're going to do, but I'll tell you, a lot of the readings that I do are all about like third-party situations, but basically this. Because I know that in the past when, you know, Bobby, tell me about this woman, this woman, this woman. And I get it. If you're on a website, if you're on a dating website, and there's like 4 or 5 people that you're interested in, and out of those, there's like 3 that you're actually considering going out on a date. I feel like it's like putting all your eggs in one basket. I feel like that's part of the challenge. That was part of the challenge before. That the women that you pick can pick up on that, and they don't like it, but they can't put their finger on it. It's almost like they may look at you like a player, or they may look at you like it scares them away. Because, to be honest, I feel like the women that you're meeting, the majority of them, well, I'm getting like 50-50. Half of them are like really good women, okay? The other half are like all over the board, like, you know, broke, or not mature enough, or I don't know, something. But basically this. So my question was, so how can we get you more back on track? And it's actually showing us, well, it's important to look at what hasn't worked for you. So the Devil card is kind of like, you know, this could represent unhealthy ways or habits or things that just don't work for you, but you continue to go back to them. Then we also have the Heartbreak. So I don't know if you've been breaking some hearts, but usually this comes up in a reading as a third-party situation. So it's almost like, are you focusing on more than one woman at a time? And do you think that that's fair? Do you think that that creates balance? Because I feel like the answer is no. Okay? I feel like all it does is you know, you might be dating these women, but you end up feeling more alone because you're expanding your energy out to more than one person, trying to make something work, when if that energy was all going to one person, okay? That's just what I get. But there's something here about fairness with, like, because this card means, like, abandoning someone or throwing them out in the cold or something. What does this mean for Bob? And I don't know if, well, because I know that you said the Mexican girl, maybe she was drama, but it's basically like, maybe another challenge is, you know, in your exit process, being a little bit kinder. Or, here, this It's getting too deep here, so let me pull some more. So, how can we find love for Bob? Well, you have the Magician card. It's like changing the way you communicate. So just like how you said, when the subscription runs out, it's like the Ace of Swords is here, and this is like this doesn't have to mean how you talk. This means like a new way of things that we do to communicate. Well, dating websites is one way to communicate for finding people. So it's changing it up. How? I feel like you're going to get the idea. I think it's something about old school, okay? But I feel like give it a little bit of time, and it might kind of just come to you, because the Four of Swords is about, like, don't worry about it. Like, let it kind of come to you. But it's something that you'll feel confident with. And something tells me, like, you're very confident when you're in person with somebody, but it's how you used to do something, okay? And it was like very one-on-one kind of thing. And I'm basically getting, it's like you're going to get clear on it. You might not be clear on it right now, but as far as clarity, you might be like, I don't know what Bob's talking about right now, but you'll know. Okay? But it's going to involve, once again, it's like changing things up, just like how you said you wanted to, Bob. And I'm sorry that this isn't more specific. What can we expect for Bobby moving forward in love from here on out? Bob, I'm not going to lie to you. There's a lot here about. So how do you move forward in love? Well, here's you, Bob, Emperor, which is the Aries. It's saying that in regards to how you make decisions in love, the way that you communicate can be, as far as maybe ending, like if you're dating somebody, I don't know if they're saying if this is like karma, or if it's like, if the way you end, maybe the way that you're dating somebody, then it doesn't help you in that sense, because it's like in regards to dating or an individual, it's the way that you're deciding to end those that could be maybe not in a healthy way or working to your advantage. So you feel like you're working even harder to try and find love, but you end up feeling alone and like, oh shit, it's just me and my heart. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. So moving forward, what's Bob's advice in love? Okay, this one fell out. So try not to feel down in the dumps about things. I mean, you're human, but it's like, don't spend too much time on that energy, because with this card, it's like, all right, so shit's not working out, but it's because you haven't turned around. You haven't changed direction to move forward. Okay. What's Bob's advice moving forward, or what can you expect? Expect, and then moving forward. Advice. I'm just honestly, Bob, out with the old, in with the new. So what you can expect moving forward: new beginnings in love. Okay, it may come slow. You may have to go through a period of just chilling with yourself, but remember, you've got work to focus on. But as far as, you know, once you come out of that, things are going to move. There's going to be a lot of movement. All right? Once again, your advice, focus on you. Focus on your coin. Because this Queen of Cups, or this Queen of Pentacles, she's basically, so she's the Queen of Money. So it's basically saying for you, focus on you. Make sure that, you know, you're taken care of. Because in this card, she's, you know, she's lacking in love. But it's kind of like, but that's okay. Because you're going to take care of you first. Okay, so you can like be on top of things. I don't know why with the Five of Pentacles, don't feel like you're going to be missing out on anything, okay? Because what you're doing, it's almost like behind the scenes, like spiritually what you're doing is, you're actually going to a next level, like a new chapter in your life. You might even feel that right now, okay? And you might even feel like, okay, I get that, but I don't know where this is leading to. Well, the universe is saying either way, it's gonna be fair in love, and it's going to be balanced in love. The interesting thing is, you know, well, here, I want to pull a card. Why is this 10 of Wands here? I would not be surprised. So when is this going to happen? Sorry, Bob. When? Okay, so all these cards kind of look like summertime. So here's the thing. Moving forward. And I know that you follow up with me, so it's kind of like, that's the only thing with message. You know what? Fuck it. Because if it doesn't happen, sorry. They're just the messages. Hopefully they resonate in some way. But in regards to love, moving forward, you know, focus on you first. Career, I feel like, needs to be, you know, your first focus, but that doesn't mean that you're going to do that, which is totally fine. Doesn't mean that things won't work out if you don't do it in that order. Basically, things are going to be fair and balanced for you in love eventually, okay? I feel like your next, as you go through all these changes, you might actually meet a woman where you feel like this might be the person, the one, okay? The one that you feel like committing to. Because we have the Hierophant here. And I know it's kind of, I feel like part of it's kind of premature to say that, but I feel like with the Hierophant, this is like my marriage card, right? But then the 10 of Wands came up. I'm like, marriage, and why is this hard? Well, because it's like asking yourself, do I want to do this? And then it brings on anxiety too. But once again, she might be the one. Because the 10 of Pentacles is basically like shared resources, whatnot. And then we have celebration. Okay, she might be a fire sign too, because look, we have you looking at her. I want you, I want you. Okay, so, and you might be a little bit hesitant in the beginning if this is like actually true, but she'll make you happy, and that's how you know. Yeah. We make hot dogs. Hold on real quick. Sorry, Bob. I had to go make a kid a hot dog. Not my kid. All right. Let's see. I'm gonna pull some more cards for you, okay? I hope these whoops. Shoot, how did I zoom in? Whatever. We'll just do it like that, so I don't want to mess it up. So I hope these readings resonate. I feel like, if anything in love, happiness is going to come your way, possibly this summer. Okay? How so? Really start putting out there, Bob, like what kind of a woman you want, even what you want her to look like, how you want her to act, how you guys get along. Like, really just visualize that, because the Magician card, whenever that pops up, it's basically like saying, like, pray about it, think about it. Tell the universe what your wishes are. Shit, that's crazy. Yeah. Tell the universe verbally what your wishes are. Make it happen. Okay? Basically, they're saying when you do that, you're planting a seed, and it allows it to grow, so that when the right woman does come, she's right for you because you planted the seed. Like, you know what I mean? So stay hopeful. Continue to balance out things in your life. Stay away from stuff that doesn't work for you anymore. And this is in all areas of your life. But one thing, and Bob, once again, you may not agree with me, but do you see how this guy, he's focused on 3 cups. That's 3, doesn't necessarily have to mean the number 3, but let's say, for example, this guy's focused on 3 women. Well, the one that's meant for him is trying to come in, but because he's focused on 3, he can't see it. And he wouldn't be able to see it. Okay? But if he wasn't focused on 3 women, then he might look up and go, oh shit, what's this? You know what I mean? And the woman that you meet, you'll know when you meet her, because here's you, once again, which is interesting. Here's you looking at her. She'll be beautiful. She'll have her shit together. She'll have her own money. She'll be content. And you might actually be surprised that she's single. Okay? But yeah. Love her for sure. So it's almost like let go of the communication of talking to more than one person at least for right now. Just trust in this process. You know, no more feeling kind of brokenhearted because true love's coming your way. Okay, and it'll make you feel really good. But I feel like it's once you feel secure in yourself in regards to your career, your life, your money, all of that, true love will be there. Okay, so I wish you all the best. I'm going to send these over to you right now, and thanks for, you know, once again, thanks for letting me kind of tap into your life every month and see where you are. It's fun to watch your progression, but I do feel like that big changes are coming and expect them soon, especially with career. Okay, take care. I'll talk to you soon.